What is up, guys? Delboy here. So Naoya Inoue will be making his first appearance at bantamweight by taking on WBA bantamweight champion Jamie Mcdonnell. First and foremost, credit to Jamie Mcdonnell for always taking the tough fights. So far in his career, he's fought Liborio Solis twice, Tomoki Kameda twice, Julio Ceja. He's even fought guys like Lee Haskins, Stuart Hall, even lesser known guys like Abigail Medina, who went on to become a European champion. You know, even back in like 2010, he was fighting the likes of Ian Napper, who is a good British level fighter. You know, Jamie Mcdonnell's not had the sort of hyped up amateur prospect career where he's sort of, from his very first fight, he's been getting touted and been getting TV spots. No, he's done it the hard way. He's came up through the ranks, you know, English level, British level, European level, then world level, and he's fought good competition along the way. So, first and foremost, credit to Jamie Mcdonnell for, you know, being a warrior, going on the road. He's fought in Monaco, he's fought in the States, he's fought in France, now he's fighting in Japan. So yeah, he deserves all the credit in the world, and hopefully he's getting paid well. I do think Jamie Mcdonnell is up against it, I have to say. Although Inoue is the one coming up in weight, and Mcdonnell is a lot bigger. You know, Mcdonnell is 5'10". He's a big guy at bantamweight. That's huge for the weight. Whereas Inoue is 5'5". So Jamie Mcdonnell is going to have a big size advantage, but regardless, he's up against it. You know, I mean, Inoue is a far better fighter. He's got a lot more power. He's a better combination puncher, better counter puncher, more power, more aggressive. He's just a better technician all round. And going into this fight, to me, the only thing Mcdonnell has going for him is his toughness, his size, the chin, and his consistent skill set. And what I mean by that is he's one of those type of fighters where he doesn't do anything exceptionally well, but he does everything well. He does everything to a good standard. He's well-rounded, but he doesn't really excel in one area. He's that type of fighter. And he is a good fighter, and he's got some good wins on the resume now, but despite him being relatively well-rounded, I just don't see somebody like that beating Inoue. I think it's going to take somebody who is, you know, got a bit of dynamism about them, who's a little bit different, and I'm not sure Jamie Mcdonnell is that type of fighter. The only thing like I said, the only way I see him having success is him using his size advantage and banking on the fact that he can take Inoue's power. And that's a big if, because even though, like I said, Mcdonnell is a lot bigger, Inoue hits extremely hard for those lighter weight classes. And not only that, he works the body very well. And given Jamie Mcdonnell's style, Mcdonnell's the type of guy who likes to come forward behind his jab, behind a high guard. That's going to give... And he's an upright type of fighter. He doesn't really move his head. He doesn't really move his waist. I think stylistically that's going to give Inoue all the opportunity in the world to work that body and to slowly break down Jamie Mcdonnell. You know, I could see a slow beating in this type of fight where Mcdonnell comes out after each round, slowly getting broken down and probably getting stopped late. Maybe Inoue's power won't carry up, but I just can't see that happening. I think even at super flyweight, he did jump from light flyweight to super flyweight, and still his power really did carry up. He was still knocking people out, he was still hurting people, the body work was still effective, and he was still the same fighter. I just feel, apart from size and toughness, I don't think he has anything that can really trouble Inoue. Doesn't hit hard enough. You know, his skill set is well-rounded, like I said, but I don't think he does anything well enough to really trouble Inoue. And I think this could be a bit of a one-sided fight. I heard somebody say that maybe Mcdonnell could turn it into the type of Cotto-Margarito fight where, you know, Margarito, being the bigger man, just imposed his size and will on Cotto, but I just don't see that happening. Mcdonnell doesn't have the power to do that, and that's not his style. Mcdonnell is a boxer. He's an orthodox boxer. You know, he likes to work behind the jab and, you know, pick you apart kind of thing on the front foot. He's not that type of fighter. So I just question how Jamie Mcdonnell can win this fight. Could Jamie Mcdonnell try and use his height and reach and box on the back foot? Maybe that's worth trying, because Mcdonnell don't really fight like that. For the most, well, he has fought like that in certain fights, like the Ceja fight in parts, but I wouldn't say that's his main style. You know, he can meet you head on, and he tries to outbox you on by meeting you, kind of thing. So I'm not sure whether Jamie Mcdonnell can play a back foot game and try and outbox Inoue. But if I was him, that's what I would try and do. But the problem with that, again, you're in Japan fighting their biggest star. Are you going to get the decision? Maybe not. But he is longer, he is taller. You know, you should be able to have some success with your jab. Inoue is a good fighter, but defensively, he is there. I wouldn't say he's there to be hit, but he does have some lapses. He does get hit. You know, you'd imagine that Mcdonnell could have some success with his jab if he's consistent with it. So if I was him, I would start the fight by just using my feet, sticking and moving, keeping a high guard, keeping a tight defence, try and keep in the distance with your jab and using your feet. That's what I would try and do, but he's in for a tough night. Credit to Jamie Mcdonnell for taking it, but I just don't see him winning this fight. In regards to Inoue, it is a good first fight at bantamweight. You've got to say that Mcdonnell is one of the better bantamweights, and it would be one of the best names on Inoue's resume, so I will give Inoue credit for taking it. You know, he is a champion after all, Mcdonnell, so yeah, it's a good fight. It's a good first fight in the weight class. If any other bantamweight fought Mcdonnell and beat him, they would get credit, so I do have to give Inoue some sort of credit if he wins a fight, but I just feel stylistically this fight favours Inoue in a lot of ways. You know, if Kameda can have Mcdonnell down and have some success with his offense, I'm sure Inoue can, because Inoue is a far better fighter than Kameda. But yeah, I'll be interested. I'll watch the fight. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. Peace.